Finance Friday. One of my units here just became vacant here, number 207, and I'm going to be remodeling this unit, putting all new vinyl flooring down, new paint, probably new vanities and all that good stuff. The last time I bought a single family home was in 2014. It was in Orlando. I paid about $165,000 before everything went crazy. Now I just buy apartment buildings because I want the cash flow. You don't want to buy a single family home right now, because what happens when you don't have a job? You're going to be stuck, and you're going to have to be able to come up with that payment, and it's going to be pain and hell for you if you can't afford that. So we bought all this flooring here, and I'm going to bring it upstairs there, but I got to get the key because the locks are changed. I have the old keys. Cash flow is the name of the game. When you invest in real estate, you have to understand what the cash flow is. That means you have a profit loss statement with every apartment complex or multifamily investment, or just in general a business. Let's just say you're going to go buy a restaurant. You want to see the sales, you want to see the expenses. It's a profit loss statement, they call it. And you need to be able to read that and understand the profit loss. And you got to understand the marketing. You have to understand the market. You got to understand your product. Okay, what's on your menu? How much is your pricing on your menu? Who's your competitors around? What's differentiating you from everybody else? And so, just think about going into a restaurant. What makes them so successful? Okay, you can use that same concept for apartment buildings or real estate. All right, if you're looking to raise capital, you need to be able to understand how to leverage your money, how to put your money into leverage. For example, if you got a 401k or stocks or brokerage accounts like most people do, you could take out a margin loan. A margin loan is like a loan on your portfolio. Let's just say you have a Vanguard account. The margin loans interest rates, which is loaning on your money or in your portfolio, the interest rates for Vanguard is like 7 or 8%, which is high. You can shop around and find other brokerage accounts or brokerage houses that can give you a lot more cheaper rates. Just like, for example, m1finance.com is a brokerage place where you can invest into stocks and have a portfolio. But the great thing about them is that they have really, really cheap margin loans on your portfolios. So you could take up to 35% of your portfolio value, and that interest rate on that loan is about 2.5%, which is really, really good. Okay, if you have more than $100,000 or $50,000, I think it's $50,000 or more, and you actually open up a checking account with them, they actually reduce that by a percent. So now you get a margin loan at like 1.5%, which is really good, really, really cheap money. So that's how you can leverage your money. And you can also use other real estate. You can do cash out refinance. You can collateralize your assets and take a loan on them, meaning basically an IOU. So if you default on your loan, they take your assets. There's all different creative ways to raise capital. You can find different people that have money, and then pull it together in an LLC and go and invest, which is that's called syndication. And there's so many different options. You can sell your stuff, 1031 exchange, into buy other real estate, meaning you trade your 4 houses for one red hotel. So that's all the different options you can leverage money. There's so much more that I didn't even touch on, but I'm just going to keep this video really short. So the key points that you need to understand is you need cash flow. You're buying cash flow. A lot of people don't buy real estate because they want to get the best deal. They want to get the lowest price. I paid top dollar for this apartment complex because I wanted the cash flow. I was so certain that I can pump out this thing to be even better than what it was doing, because I knew I could manage it better. I knew that the rehabs costs were going to be about I knew what my market was. I knew what my marketing strategy was. I knew all the things that I needed to do in order to pump that thing up to produce money that nobody else has ever done before. And I paid top dollar. I wasn't scared to offer top dollar. I just went in at top full asking price. And a lot of people miss out on deals because they're trying to get the best price. And that's why you don't get anything, because you're trying to find the lowest price on a piece of property. I knew this property was going to cash flow. And actually, when I bought it, it was actually worth more than when I paid for it, because it took me forever to close on it because of COVID. But, that's reality, you have to be able to understand the markets, and you have to be able to know that, you're going to go in at top dollar. It's okay. It's better than not going in at all or getting rejected and not owning anything. Now I own it. So I got to get the keys for the apartment so I can get this flooring dropped off and start rehabbing. I'm going to have the installers put the vinyl flooring down. I'm just going to paint and do all the other good stuff. But this is Finance Friday. Get out there and invest. Take the risk. You got to get out there. You got to get your feet wet. You got to take the risk, and you got to take chances. And if you don't take chances, you will never win in this game. You might lose some money. Fine, you lose some money, but think about all the money you spent on college. Think about all the money you're wasting by working your job, making just enough to get by. Okay, I was only making about $4,000 in my job. Now I cash flow about $16,000-$17,000 a month on this guy, and that's without me working it. Okay, if I work it, I make more money because I don't have to pay people, but I can go and do anything I want now, and that's the name of the game. Life on your terms.